Welcome back to a special Inside KELOLAND. Our next remarkable women finalist is Dr. Sophie THawk. She is a trailblazer, becoming the first Native American to graduate from the University of South Dakota's medical school. For nearly 4 decades, she has helped bring awareness and education to the medical industry on Native American culture.
When I went through medical school and became the first Native American to do so, part of it was looking at how the curriculum was instructed to us. A lot of people didn't understand our culture, so it was very difficult because things that they taught us were not appropriately taught for our cultural aspects of things and how we viewed in life. So I actually ended up doing a lot of teaching from the time I started in medical school. So I made that kind of part of my mission, and so I did a lot of teaching in medical school, and when I was a resident, I did my residency here in town as well. So I did a lot of teaching at the hospitals to different groups, nursing groups, physician groups. I helped change some of the curriculum for the School of Medicine to make sure that we incorporated more culture that was appropriate.
Her nomination letter says she has gone above and beyond to improve the health of the Native American population across KELOLAND. KELOLAND's Summer Roddershot sits down with Dr. THawk to talk about her mission to help and inspire others.
Dr. Sophie THawk's mother, who was a nurse, had dreamed of becoming a doctor.
But she grew up in a day and an age when there were very few women physicians and almost no Native physicians. So she was really encouraged not to do that.
When THawk shared that she wanted to become a doctor, people told her Native Americans don't do well in medical school and encouraged her to also become a nurse.
And I said, no, I'm going to be a doctor.
In 1987, she became Dr. THawk, the first Native American to graduate from the University of South Dakota School of Medicine. THawk has helped USD present a more holistic approach to medicine, and she talks to different schools about what it's like being a Native woman in medicine, as she encourages others to follow their medical dreams. She also encourages Native doctors to return to their home communities.
We wanted to be able to come back and stay there long term and be able to recruit people to do that, go through our school systems, get to medical school, and then come back is such a great boost for our communities. And a great boost, to show our young people that it can be done. And that was part of what I did.
2 of her daughters are already doctors themselves, and another is in medical school.
She does set an example in the sense of being Native American, we're born into generational trauma, and she's constantly stopping that in her tracks, and she's setting a better example, and she's gone above and beyond anything that anybody's ever expected from her.
USD's School of Medicine will graduate its 60th Native American student in the coming years. THawk says she hopes she can inspire Native American youth to go after their dreams.
It's been hard for a lot of students in our communities. A lot of them don't see a lot of role models out there, so being able to be that role model, I think it's not something I really always like to do because I don't like to put myself out in the spotlight. But if that's something that maybe that they need to see, I'm happy to do that for them.
Our next nominee is Sylvia Walters. Her work has brought people in Eastern KELOLAND a better understanding of agriculture with a farm-to-table approach. In her nomination letter, Walters is described as a force for good with her passion, unstoppable attitude, and creative thinking impacting everyone she touches.
I am involved everywhere we go, have been all our life. We've always said we've made a few major moves in our life, my husband and I and our family, like physically and geographically, and we've always said from the get-go, get submerged in your community, do good things there, and make wherever place you're at be your life today.
The letter goes on to say that Walters is driven by a passion to connect consumers with farmers and food, blending agriculture and food seamlessly. KELOLAND's Renee Ortiz takes a closer look at that impact.
I have always had passion about teaching others or sharing with others what we do on the farm, where their food comes from.
Sylvia Walters grew up on a small farm in Washington State. It was there she learned the ins and outs of farming.
Through 4-H and activities in the community back when I was 10 or 12 years old, I got started just kind of sharing what we do on the farm.
That passion transformed into her work today. For the last 25 years, she's worked for the company Pipestone. Throughout her time there, she's work to connect those who farm with the community.
Telling our story. Farmers do a terrible job at telling their own story and talking about where food comes from, earning the social license to operate, to raise pigs, raise crops in modern agriculture technologies.
In 2014, she and others brainstormed about expanding that ag education to South Dakota.
How can we do that? And where do we do it? And what's that look like? So through that vetting out, decided to partner here with Minnehaha County and build this building for the Sioux Empire Fair and the Minnehaha County.
The Pipestone Discovery Barn is now a part of the Sioux Empire Fair, welcoming thousands of visitors each August.
For the last 10 years, we have operated it and get all the cows calving and the pigs farrowing and the chicks hatching and cow milking demonstrations and all of that, make that happen for the week of the fair.
Walters says it's heartwarming to continue to build relationships and participate within her community and beyond.
You can help yourself by helping others, and it's just very rewarding.
Walters' impact in her community and beyond is highlighted in her Remarkable Women nomination. She says she hopes to inspire others to find ways they can do the same.
It is humbling. Aren't seeking any recognition or even want anything like that, but what I do, and the only reason I took the interview, was to inspire others to reach out and do something, even in a small way, to do something that makes you feel good and that can contribute to helping others either learn or share or grow, helping others grow in any capacity. And what I really want people to take home is that you can go anywhere from nowhere and just step out, do something, and help someone somewhere, and you'll feel good for it.
Well, we are going to take a quick break. We'll be back with our final nominee before announcing our winner. You're watching an Inside KETHLAND special on Remarkable Women. Welcome back to an Inside KETHLAND special. Our final Remarkable Women nominee is Joan Riner. Her nomination letter credits her with impacting the lives of every single school-age child in the Mitchell School District, saying she sees a need and she tackles it head-on. Riner says her reasons for getting involved in the community are simple and says most of it comes down to having extra time on her hands.
The other reason is because of the song that I heard, Rascal Flatts song, is How They Remember You. It's not if they remember you, it's how they remember you. And knowing the impact that my dad had in his short 44 years here on Earth just kind of hit me, and I wanted to leave an impact like my father did and leave a legacy for my children.
KETHLAND Summer Roddershot tells us about her work.
Clothing, food, and hygiene goods fill different rooms at Mitchell High School, thanks to projects spearheaded by Joan Riner.
Once you see the needs, it's hard to close your eyes to them.
While she is involved in numerous projects around the community, she's widely known for the Caring Closet. While Mitchell High School had a place where students could get clothing, the younger grades didn't have that option. When Riner started helping with the closet, she made it so all grades have access to clothing, shoes, and hygiene needs. There are also pop-ups at the school once a month. At each pop-up, students can get 5 tops, 5 bottoms, socks, underwear, shoes, and a jacket.
But some of the stories I've heard from teachers is seeing some of the kids just walk around more proud, more comfortable in their clothing, more comfortable because they have the stuff that they need and are prepared for school.
Another thing Riner helps run is the high school's food pantry.
Middle school and grade school kids qualify for the weekend snack pack program. High school kids do not, and that's not just in Mitchell, but that is nationwide.
At the end of each school week, high school students are able to grab different food items they'll need over the weekend.
We have ground beef, we have pizzas, we have pasta, we have macaroni and cheese, we have just all the different things that kids really like to eat and that are easy to make.
And for kids who don't know how to cook, Riner has made TikTok videos to help show them how to prepare some of the basics.
just continue to keep stirring it and breaking down the ground beef.
Through her work and dedication, Riner's is changing the lives of children across Mitchell for the better.
I'm going to see what one crazy person can do to try to make a difference in the community.
Riner has also started a maternity and baby caring closet, is involved in Sleep in Heavenly Peace, and is the first court resource home in Davidson County. She says while the nomination is an honor, she's excited for the recognition it brings to the programs she's passionate about.
You know, it really is things that fill my heart. And so it's crazy to be recognized, but I also know it brings recognition to these great programs and hopefully then additional volunteers and resources, donations, and so forth. So there's a lot of other people in the community doing wonderful things that behind the scenes that should be recognized also. So I really appreciate it, but I do this for the cause, not the applause.
Well, now that we have heard from all 4 of our finalists, it's time to announce the winner. We'll tell you who is Kettleland's 2024 Remarkable Women just after the break.